So now we've got some audio. Damn, OBS Streamlabs updated and apparently it nuked the audio. That's really disappointing. So anyway, greetings. We've got about 7-8 minutes to the open. It's the 25th of March, 2021. I've been here talking for 20 minutes or 10 minutes and just realized I wasn't putting out anything. It's pretty frustrating. And I suppose the filter setup that I had put in there and worked with to get the sound right, or better, as best as I could get it, has probably gone away too. That's pretty damn irritating. Shit. Anyway, here's the daily chart. You can see where we didn't get through this 13,240 to 50 area. Tested up here again yesterday, three days in a row, and then hard off on the Globex tonight. So far today, Globex is trading down here at the bottom. So not too likely looking there. Let's go back to the range bars. In case we want to take another look at that. In case we want to take another look at the range and turn the profile back on. There we go. And I'm just real excited to see how the investor RT holds up with the open here. Yesterday night, it looked pretty solid to me. So I'm hoping that that's the case. I've got 2 or 3 other bits of additional data that I will forward across to the investor RT fellas. With that drama yesterday about the task manager not working properly, that I found out after I shut the stream down that there was a cumulative update that this new software or this new computer needed to have done, and now everything seems to be working pretty well. So I'm happy about that. Not sure why this keeps moving around, but that's kind of irritating. All right. And the next thing would be, I guess, see, we've got the sys info, we've got the task manager up. Task manager is now looking a bit normal. The only thing using the GPU is the Chrome, which is the stream. And that still bothers me. I would like to see investor RT using that GPU, but anyway. And everybody's low or very low, and we have no lags showing down here on the quote board, so that's a good thing. And I will, 5 minutes to go, I'll pop up the sys info just so that it's on the stream. This is the computer. It's a X570 RS Master with a Ryzen 9 3900X, 12 core, 24 thread, 64 gigs of RAM. Components, we've got the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060 Super with 8 gigs of RAM. Like to get that updated at one of these days, but I'm not really sure that it's, obviously it's not not critical because I'm not even using it, only on the stream outbound. So I guess that's not a big worry. And everything's brand new. This was all just built before Christmas. So we'll see how we do here today. That's a short that I sure wish I'd have got on and pulled that 70 or 80 points out of there. And anyway, woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? And we've got 4 minutes to the open. I'm going to pop open the Tradovate here, I think, quickly. Log on. And thing back over here, and hopefully it'll jump down there where it belongs. And there we go. But for some reason, there we go. Have a little hard time making up its mind. So this is the Tradovate story here. And now we'll see on the task manager that Tradovate has also popped up, and it does use the the GPU also. That looks a little more normal. And performance, we've got all of our cores and basically nothing happening here. Well, that's good. Yesterday we did a speed test and it's about, it was around 300 Mbps up and down. So that figures is about what I expected. And remember, traders, take a deep breath, relax, trade what you see, not what you think. And your goal as a trader, a day trader, or intraday trader, whatever you want to call yourself, is to be able to trade tomorrow. That's the most important thing. So risk management and trading your plan are the goals, and that's the secret to sustained and continued profitability. This is looking pretty nice right here, though. However, if they're going to pull it off again, that could be a real nice. Would have been a beautiful short. Damn it! I just was real busy doing something else this afternoon, late in the afternoon, and I didn't get a chance to get on that this evening. That would have been just a dandy little short and no real heat. So we've got 2 minutes to the open. Let's just keep everything you got crossed here that this thing is going to run as it did yesterday, and it will be, we can deem that it is, working as advertised. And the VIX is up good, 2290 up to the 2300 range. That's a good thing. That's the volatility we're looking for, getting back up here in this basic balanced area for volatility. To be honest with you, I didn't have a chance to I didn't even look at my economic calendar yet today. Kind of going since early this morning. So the stream is streaming, the audio is working. Finally, that's just so damn irritating when that doesn't work. And we'll see where we go here now. Remember that this is my virtual trading log, and this is not meant for any kind of trade advice. And I recommend strongly do not try to follow my trades, because there's a built-in delay of about 20 or 30 seconds or more on the stream, which is put in place by, there we go, we're open, which is put in place by YouTube and not me. And looks like we're just running fine here. We're holding pretty close. Yeah, I'd say we're trading right now. I'd say we're charting. Oh, happy camper. Happy camper. We've got the quote board is showing no lags. Profile is trying to make up its mind what the hell to do. That scale has obviously changed off again. There we go. I don't know why that won't move up, but anyway, I'll play with that later. And we've got the ES. What's going on there? There we go. Keep ticking that wrong button. The ES is open. And charting, I'm thinking, there we go. And we're plotting here. Volume is plotting out. Our swing low is 12,690. Funny, they brought it right down to that 800 again. I'll tell you, I don't know what's there, but somebody's got a pile of money invested at that level, because they keep coming back to that thing like you go home to your mom. Settlement, we have fat. This new quote board, I'm not used to looking in the right spots. 12,794 is the settlement on the ES right down here at the bottom. Right there. Well, I'm just real tickled that this seems to be working correctly. My hat's off to the folks at Investor RT. Mr. Payne and Mr. Lynn. Well, there we go. We're going to head up here to the test that value area low from the Globex. Got a pretty big area there. Definitely a negative inventory. Well, not much negative inventory really. Most of it was pretty much positive, but we do have a gap here of about 40 points. Can't imagine they're going to try to close that, but you never know. ES is looking strong. So, what are we going to do here now? Busy talking. I should have grabbed that trade for 40 points off that swing low to the to the opening swing high. Bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer. But it's a little volatile right now, and I'm more paying attention to what the heck is going on with the charting, and now I'm starting to feel all warm and fuzzy about this. So I think I'm going to be able to call this a charting package now, this is as I remembered it. Sean Payne and those guys really helped out. I'll tell you, it's really great. Little consolidation area here at the standard deviation. Now they're going to come back the other way probably. Could just be an opening drive too. They could head back up there to our old friend 12,800. Funny how they take it right to the value area low, isn't it, from the Globex, and then just boop, it's like there's a wall there. That is pretty amazing how these references manifest themselves. What this is, when trade is recognizing and respecting those kinds of references, that's an indication of who you're trading against. And these visual references are adhered to or paid attention to by the intraday traders, the weaker hands, if you will, rather than the bigger, deeper pockets, because they don't really know where a lot of this stuff is. Frankly, they don't chart it like this, and they have such size to move that they don't recognize or respect those references. So it's good to kind of figure who you're trading against, and then you can sort of plan your day a little bit better. You can say, well, okay, it's the intraday guys, and they're going to be watching all the references. Look at how they came right to that value area low from the Globex and turn it around, and then they'll start respecting others like the VPOC here, and the value areas high and low on the current trade in the current session. It can give you a leg up. Right now we're in a chop zone. Good time to not be involved. Got good volatility, tight spread, a lot of action. Trading money. Now it's time to make some money. Trading, I guess, here, huh? I'm not still happy with the way this thing is coloring, and I'm not sure what the heck to do about it, frankly. I don't, because relative volume is that important. I'd prefer to look at the cumulative delta a little bit more, I think. Keep those down about the same height. There we go. Well, there we're going to run to VWAP more than likely. EAS is pulling back. Kind of out there in the middle of no place. Yeah, we came across this one here, and now right up here at the bottom of these guys. Will it be able to make it through that area or not? This is the Globex session. Here's the value area high, or value area, or range low, sorry, from the pit. Yeah. I'd say they're going to take it to VWAP myself. Yeah. Gotta remember to update that turn that thing on. Well, I sat here jabbering and missed out on about, we started watching it right here when it broke out, and there's 40 points laying on the table. But I am feeling comfortable now that the charting is working, and that is huge. Boy, we've got some real, definitely buyers in control over here now. Right to VWAP, Kersmonk. See if I can pull up this news goodie here. I gotta save this better. I gotta save it better here. Indices, well, come on. Futures. There we go. And tools, economic calendar. There we go. So here's the, this, you got to remember, this was last night. This is on my time zone, which is GMT +8. So these times would be 1 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday for anybody in America or in that time zone. You can figure your time zone off GMT. This is current time here now. So what are we looking at now? We got the open happening. Here's where we are. Corporate profits. Oh, crap. FOMC. Talking Feds. 3. Holy smokes. That sucks. All right. How much for that? Could be some news issues here. Well, I'm just tickled to death here that this is working good. Now I can stop worrying about that and thinking about all this other nonsense to support this, or demonstrate the condition and the issues to the IRT folks, and just focus on trading. That's just the name of the game. What are we going to do here? We're going to keep going up with this thing? Well, we're going to 12.8. Whoa, here we go. Right to 12.8. How long ago was it I said I think they're going to probably run it up to 12.8? And there it is. Man. Amazing how that thing is always in play for, God, it's been weeks now, it seems like. Definitely a psychological level there. I'm not sure what that is. We'll go back and look at that on the daily. The 13,240 to 290 area, that level, that range is where all the real hard resistance has been. Look at that thing turn around at 12,800. God darn it. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? So we know that we're dealing with intraday traders because they're respecting all of the visual references. The more you know, value area high, value area low, that 12,800. So that's who we're dealing with. The institutional traders are probably not in the game, or this would be a one-time framing market. So far, I don't know, well, we're 42. We're 10 minutes in, 12 minutes into the day. Very nice move there. 700 to 1280. So, Jesus Christ, 100 points, almost right around 100 points. 6 more than that, almost 2. No, 110, I guess. That's the way to make the money, and I just can't seem to get on those. I'm too busy looking around or distracted or I don't know what, like I just can't seem to get on those long plays like that and let them run. And for example, any one of these trades, the one during Globex, this trading, either one of these two in here, my funded challenge would be over. I'd have the pro account, would have met the target, and that's the way you manage your risk. Like down here, for example, talk about a high aspect trade. Here's the bottom. You throw a trade on here long. Any place down here looking for the opening swing high. You've had the opening swing low. Now you're looking for the opening swing high. Any trade you put on down here as a long, look how close you can put your stop. Because if it goes below there, you're wrong. Simple. So that risk reward ratio is just huge. And then you get through this. You've taken no heat, and it just keeps rocking. So you keep scooting your stop up behind it, or however you manage your trade, and that's something I've got to start focusing on now. Now that it looks like I'm going to be able to use this setup, I'm going to start fleshing out my my brackets here on Jigsaw. I wish Jigsaw had a couple of the features on the bracket, which does exist on Tradovate. That's kind of disappointing. That break-even jump that bracket with the break-even move has been real good for me, and I have to just get focused on doing it manually. So can't be as you can't have your attention diverted as much as you can once you click it on Tradovate. The bracket's in and the jump starts there for the break-even, and that there you go. And why are we doing this? ES is not selling off hard. The Delta's come right back to its basically where it was. They didn't take it down to to the value area low. And they have not taken out, I don't think. Yeah, just they did put the overnight stat by 1 tick right here on the opening swing down. So the overnight stat has been fulfilled yet again. That's 97 or some percent, that thing. Not really tradable, or not really a way to make money off of it, but not sure why this thing's dancing around like that. But I think I'm going to have to get away from my Logitech wireless mice. They're so handy for me here with the working 2 workstations and my stand-up desk and various monitors. But I think that with the trading computer, I'm going to need to have I have the keyboards plugged in, and I think I need to get a plug-in mouse. Sometimes I see this thing getting kind of squirrely over here, and it could be because of the interference to the little dongle or whatever the hell, whatever happens to them. I don't know. Oh, we're a little over 15 minutes in the market. Looks like we're going to head for a new high, perhaps, or at least up here to test this 2,800. Look at that. Look at how they traded at 12. Look at how they traded it, put added volume onto that 12 at the 12,800 area. Pretty amazing. And right here, boom, 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 bang. One little peekaboo with a wick, and away they went. Other way. Back up here to test it one more time, and then fell off. And here we go for a third. Like to jump on a trade or two here and get a few points out of it. That'd be kind of nice. But I'm also just real pleased with the fact that everything is trading right here. And I'm not entirely sure that I find this relative volume. I think what I've got to do is stretch the period out. This looks to me like it's figuring out the relative volume in these loping boom, boom, boom. It should be more of a wave like we see going on over here. I think more of a situation like that, like this here. So I got to look at how those settings are and see if I can figure that out. Boy, wouldn't that have been nice for the ES? Oh, smokes! That's a hell of a big move for the ES. Oh. So we're trading sold down. Here's half back on the range. This is the yeah, got to figure out my screens and get the better layout here with better visibility. My problem is I got screens still, hell won't have it, but I only stream off this one monitor, which is a 40-inch 4K. That way I can stream at 1440p, and it presents, I think, when I watch the stream for my reviews, it looks it's nice to be. It's a nice size and clear and whatever else, you know. So I think that's going to go down through here. What are we going to do? Short one. See if we get a little movement down to our target here at 160. Oh, look at that. Just a tick or two away. Ah, damn it. Right down to that trend line. 2 or 3 ticks off, and we ended up with $15 instead of 160. And now there it goes. I just got to get my head around the correct way to do that move in the stop story. Here it's just going to run now. Oh. Oh, well. Oh, well. Oh, ES is selling off hard. Look at that. Are they going to get through here and go for a new load, you suppose? ES is not having a good day, that's for sure. For longs, anyway. Well, a new low on the Delta. Now there's a little bit of a retrace. Is this going to be one of those sell the pullback kind of deals? Right back up to the value area low. What are they going to do? They've essentially traded across value once so far in the first 50 minutes, or 20 minutes. Oh man, I'm just glad as hell that this is working out. I have to now figure out how I'm going to get the data feed, a constant data feed for the IRT. Right now I'm using a rhythmic demo, so that's going to go poof in a little bit. I guess I could just keep making up Gmail addresses and no, just kidding. I need to get a good data feed for that can run this, and then have my Jigsaw hooked up to the whichever combine it is. Maybe what I'll do is an IRT. An IRT combine, which does rhythmic, and then I would be having this exact setup, only it would be rhythmic data on both the DOM and the IRT. IRT meaning investor RT from Linsoft, L-I-N-N, I think. Maybe it's Lin, maybe it's, there it is, investor RT right up there. Well, we're getting a zipper down here, and I just about thought that was going to break out again, and I just about was looking over a short. Pretty darn glad I didn't do that. They're going to come right up here to this little guy, and they're going to turn around, that's for sure. These long, thin values or volume spikes seem to have a lot of authority here, as does that previous value area low, which is this dashed line. Well, I'd like to put on a couple of good trades there. I'd like to get a 20-pointer or something, and then I'd feel just pretty good about life in all different respects. It's at the POC per Jigsaw is down here at 73.30. This is developing POC, this pink-looking thing here. So Investor RT says that it's that the POC is up here. Now it jumped down. See how that works? Just jumped down here to the bottom. It's kind of interesting to track what's happening with the POC. That's what that little pink line does. Boy, they're just toying with people. And now with that POC, VPOC, I should say, that's the volume point of control, not the market profile. That's only indicated over here. So are we going to take a bounce off that thing? Like usual? Didn't catch that quick enough, did I? Now we're at the top of another one of these trading ranges where I always manage to get my head chopped off, thinking they're going to continue on, and then I get slammed. It's probably going to happen right here too. Get on up there, boys. Come on. We need that 1160, 760 something or another here. There we go. So there was 160 bucks. That's a 8 points to our target. And you'll notice that it's one cancels all here. Never hurts to go clickety, clickety, clickety on the flattened part, however, just to make sure you don't have a trade out there somewhere that you didn't remember. All right, so 175 for 2. One stupid trade that should have been a... I've got to get better with that. I'm going to have to move away from the mouse and go back to hotkeys on the keyboard, which I have all set up on Jigsaw. It's kind of tough on the stream because you can't see the mouse move, and you'll just see all of a sudden an order will show up on the screen and or disappear because I've hit into I've hit the button, lifted the offer or hit the bid or something like that. And you can't move the you can't trail your stop. However, you can throw in for example, if I wanted to put if I had a stop down here at 75 and I wanted to put another one up here, I just have to put in another order. That's all, and then it'll work out that way. So here we go back to our 800 again, I suppose, or trade it up to VWAP. Going to go across volume, which they've done. Again, volume area. So took a little bit out of that, just a teeny weeny bit out of that whole move right here. Got to take more of the move, get more of that meat. More of that meat. And there we are, 2 trades positive. There's that brilliant $15 beauty down here, and then 23 seconds. So we're 100% and still pretty much risk off. So, what was that all about? Oh yeah, I know what it is. Oh, that's kind of cute. I didn't know I could do that. There you go. So there we can see the whole. I do like the Performance Center on Tradovate. This is a handy tool and a great visual, I think. Hopefully IRT has got something similar. I haven't looked yet. I know the tool on the Rhythmic Trader isn't much. Our Trader Pro isn't so hot, but what are we going to do? Go up? We're just going to keep fussing around here? We're going to go on up and take value area high, or what are we going to do? What are you going to do, boys and girls? Traders? Yesterday, I made a comment about, come on, what are you going to be a girl or something like that? And I didn't realize what a sexist comment that was. I got to edit that stream and take that out of there. I certainly didn't mean anything by that, but I noticed it after I was reviewing when I was listening. What I do is after the trading day, I go to bed, I listen to the stream, kind of unwind and listen to what I did. And I heard myself say that. And I thought, boy, that sucks. That was not a good thing at all. So I duly apologize if anyone was offended. But here's this. Back in the zipper, zipper dipper. And I get clobbered with these zippers. Maybe the thing to do is put a trade here at the value at the developing POC for an up move. So if there was if I had a resting order there, now we'd be looking at profit getting out of that. And if it flips to the next bar up to make the zipper, then you've got that basically 10 points. Right there, perfect example. And here we go down the other way. So you can do it go in both directions. Now the problem is to do it, the first test is the best. This is the second of the zipper. Now, betting on that happening 3 times, that might be pushing your luck. Looks like it's going to, and there it is. Yep. So would have worked that time too. So 780 would have been the spot, huh? Another nice thing, when both of these are will be running on the same data feed, I can trade off the chart. So here we're going to go to the value area high up to that 12.8, yep, and then maybe run past it even. You never know. What are they doing now? They're gonna break out. Let's see. Well, I sure screwed up and didn't take that one right, did I? Oh, boy, the ES is flying. Something happened. There's some news coming somewhere. ES is plowing through all this low volume from the Globex and this big sell-off they had. I don't a little bit high and rarefied air up here for another long, but it doesn't look like it's even thinking about turning around. Well, that sucks. Maybe I'll have to start working those zippers like that. Put a resting order here. If we got an uptrending market, rest on this, don't take the contrarian move south, but take that northbound bounce off, especially when you've got a real pronounced established level here like this one. That's going to be something that'll be in my trade book going forward here. And now I think it's a little bit late to look at a high and another long. Love to get one more on and then have another couple $300 here for the trade. And we just topped over the hour, so the second bracket is open. And is it just a pullback? Are we buying the pullbacks? Or have they got us out of their system and they're going to come crashing down like a big rock? Let's see if I can change the settings on this relative volume here. X equals 10. Okay. Calculate last 3 days. Let's see what X equals something else does. Let's see what X equals. Well, it's at 10. Let's see what X equals 20. Seems like that shortened it up. Five. Oh. Well, I'll have to figure out what the hell that is. I'll have to. I kind of held off doing any more research about the indicators and things until, well, look at that volume building down here at this one. Until I figured I was going to be able to use the software. And it looks like that's going to be the case, so that's a good thing. Damn. Damn. So that'll be one of the strategies from now on when we get, and now that we get back to using the Renko. The Renko on Tradovate just completely sucks as far as I'm concerned, so that's why I was using the range chart, because it's kind of like the Renko. I put a 20 tick range in there, and then so that's essentially what this is, because these are 20 tick boxes or bricks or whatever you call them in Renko, but they paint the wick, which is I really like. Let you know what happened, which way it tried to happen. This tried to go up and closed low. This tried to go down and closed up. This tried to go way up and close way down. So same thing here. Got lots of wicks going down there. Kind of rolling over. All over Beethoven. Tell Joukowsky the news. Back to 810. Bounce off 800, I would say. Bounce off of 800, I would say. Value area high, 800, right in that range, if it goes down that low. Doesn't look like it's gonna. Doesn't look like it's gonna. Where are we in the account? 2380. So basically 600 and change to 620 to the funded account. That'll be the end of step 2. Oh, look here. What's going to happen here now? They're going to get real excited, and yeah, ES is moving up too. Looks like they're going to try to get some more upside here. Kind of puzzles me why I guess it waits for the bar to close. Why the volume doesn't follow it up there, or this is supposedly marking the high of the session, the current session high. Well, it's pretty much not. That's pretty obvious. Session low is down there. Actually, that's not right. Actually, what that box is, this is the box for the value area. And now you see how it just changed. Why it's taken that long to compute, I'm not really sure, but they're going to do another one. So we're in the second bracket, second 30-minute period, however you want to go about saying that. And moving up, if you one time framing to the upside so far. And what is, if we can look at this, I don't know. Oh, that's so tough. So we are overlapping and lower for yesterday's range. There we go. So here's yesterday's range in the value area, and we're now overlapping and lower, and we're not even back into value. We've definitely got a balance area going on here. I could load a bunch more data, but I don't feel the need. Well, are you going to come down to that 800? I was all excited about you taking a bounce off the value area high in that 12,800, but the problem is when it's close like this, when they've had a lot of trading so close, quite frequently you don't have an opportunity to, it doesn't have the same momentum for that bounce. I don't believe. It doesn't appear to me that it does anyway. So we'll see what happens when they come down here, which looks like they're getting ready to come down. They're not making so much enthusiastic moves here on the ES either. Top of value. I guess obviously anyone watching this stream realizes that there's a 1 in front of all these numbers. I just don't see the need to have it be there. So here we go. And there was no bounce. Value area low, value area high, I'm sorry, and the 12,800. And basically no bounce happening there yet. So I'm sort of glad I didn't have a resting in there. 4 points. It may go ahead and bounce, but that's the problem when they've had a bunch of trading in such a close proximity. Those reference points kind of lose their horsepower, I think. Well, bounce is working out. However, you see there's this wick trailing down here. That's yeah, the bounce is working out. You'd have been right close to a stop with that wick. That's the problem. That's the one problem with the 50,000 combine. That $1,000 daily loss limit is pretty tight on the ES. I'm sorry, on the NQ with the volatility. You got to be careful with that. So that's why you got to have pretty clean entries. That's why something like this down here, where it was such a asymmetrical trade. You know, you can enter long, you can go long anywhere over in here and have your stop right down there below the low of the day. And what is it? 5 points. That's tremendous. That's why mean reversion trading is typically a better system. Also, the market trends only about 25 to 30% of the time. So the majority of the time, percentage-wise, the market is in a range, which means mean reversion is a more sustainable trading style. And here comes the ES down. And here they follow. Are they going to come back to the VWAP? VWAP and POC, but they got this consolidation area to get through here, and there's not, well, they're already through it, or into it. Now, there might well be a bounce right about here. It's 871. Right about there. Let's see if it bounces. Oh, you're not going to give me an entry? Oh, yeah, there we go. Well, we'll see if they're going to bounce it. I'm not sure that they will. There we go. Oh, I had moved my bracket to the scalp. I wondered why that target was only at 40 instead of at 60. Man, I got to get my head out of my butt and get. It'll be kind of nice when we get back over to the stateside into the Western Hemisphere, where I can trade in the daylight hours instead of into the midnight hours. Or not be needing to do things in the day, so you're tired, but after after you've been at it since I get up at 5:30 in the morning with my daughter, get her breakfast and ready to go to school, and then work out and, do the daily stuff. So it makes for a pretty damn long day when you're looking at 5, 6 hours of sleep or less in a night. Look at her go. Oh, yeah. See how that bounce was just one brick? It was not a brick, actually. That trade was the wick. But that shows you just how knowing who you're trading by watching how they react at the reference points, visual reference points, can help you out. I took that trade strictly because it was right. It was a bounce at VWAP and the VPOC, and it bounced one wick for my target and then sold off 15 points. Now, it's coming down, and you could take the opposite trade right there and have a pretty good likelihood that you're going to that you would make a positive trade there. Even the POCs and stuff are all lining up together. That's making me just feel extra good. The one thing that I don't see, though, is that the VWAP seems to be out of whack with this one. The Jigsaw VWAP's at 772, and the VWAP here is hanging right on top of the VPOC, which is at 780. So I'm not sure just exactly what's the deal there. This VWAP is calculating from the beginning of this trading session, and this one is going from the Globex Open at 5 Central Time, 1700 Central, which is 0600 my local. Well, we're at 300, so that's not bad. What's that do for us? Oh, there we go. Less than 500 by by not much, but that's $500, and we got the funded account. That's pretty cool. I'd just love to get that out of the way in this month and not pay another subscription. Kind of irritate the hell out of me if I go 1 or 2 days into next month and have paid for another subscription for the combine. I don't think they prorate that. Pretty sure they don't. But I am kind of running out of days, and this is the end of the fiscal year and the quarter and the month and everything else. So this is going to be quite a hectic weekend. My weekends are pretty busy doing the project stuff that I have to do. Now we're just going to go bingity bongity pink right around the VWAP here. Maybe it'll rise up. I don't know. It's looking a little right at the top of that thing. They might take it up. I don't know. I think I'm going to be pretty happy here with this whole scenario, and I think I will be closing the stream off at the bottom of the hour. So that's 1 hour a trade, $300. Not so bad, I guess. And they could have gotten a good trade off of that again. Right back to that 12,800. I tell you, man, that is just amazing. I wonder if that's a strike price for specific option chain. I got to look into that because that number has been prevalent for a month or more. Look at there, and they right to 12,800 and back down again. And now they take it to value area high and turn it around. Well, I'm not too crazy about wanting to do another trade here, I don't think. Could also be to do with the Fed speak too. Value area high, is it going to bounce? Should. should. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. Is it gonna? BS is not helping. Nope. It's so weird when it does that. I'm not sure. Oh, that's because it traded enough volume there to push the value area up. That's what that's all about. That's what that means right there. There we go. Now that this is running so well and no lags, etc., I will probably start trying to tweak the refresh times and the recalc times on some of these different indicators, like the volume profile, so that it's a little more smooth. And that's kind of funky the way it jumps like that. So I'll be going off stream at the bottom of the hour, about 6 minutes. If you find value in this, or you're interested to watch the trading and the commentary, or just find it interesting to watch these particular configuration of the charting, please subscribe and hit the thumbs up. And if you're interested to know when I do these streams, because sometimes I'll trade the Asia London Open, Asia Close London Open, and usually always the Bit Session Open every day. You can do the bell notification there, and then you get notified when it goes live. But the subscription and the thumbs up would be a big help, and it kind of gets it talks to the YouTube algorithm to offer or show the channel to more people, and then the community would increase and grow, and we could have a little more interaction rather than me just talking all the time. So 12.8 smackaroo. Well, they did trade it up to 12, a little bit higher than that. They got up there 20 points into this consolidation they're in. Now they're going to come back down here, and I would be a little hard pressed to try a second one of those bounces. Let's see. Let's just watch if that bounces again. So there we are. And there we aren't. ES is not helping. It's falling off here like this is not a good thing. Whenever that ES starts to crater, you can imagine that the NQ is going to be wandering off behind it. And that's what we got going on right here. Heading down towards the VPOC. We've come through it all here. Oh, I had a meeting tonight and I didn't even know about it. I was thinking it was at 10:30 and I guess it was at 9:30. Well, what are you going to do? Missed it completely. All I see now is a guy, I didn't even know it till it popped up on my Teams, a guy saying, sorry, I got to leave to go to another meeting. I wasn't even aware that it had happened. I was thinking it was in another hour. I was thinking it was at the bottom of the hour here. That's why I was going to have to get off. That sucks. I actually like listening to that. Yeah, 9:30. Wow, 9:30 to 10:30. Oh, damn it. Okay. That sucks. Anyway, is what it is. Over with now. You're going to take this down a little bit. I wouldn't mind having a short on here just to add a couple of bucks. Value area low. Going to bounce it? Or are they going to sell it off? Got sellers in pretty heavy here. I wasn't watching. I was concerned about looking at that meeting, and when this sale started right about in here, 10, 15 points down, but the value area low seems like it's doing its job. Doing its job. When the hell is the end of the month anyway? I guess it's Thursday, Wednesday. Oh, it's a week from today. So there are 3 trading days next week. Oh, good. I could conceivably get that step 2 passed and not have to pay those fellas for another month that I won't really need. Well, value area low dropped down a bit. 2 minutes to the bottom of the hour, I think. Yeah. Now they're going to come up and down and back and forth and whatever else here. So a lot of traffic right here. And here. And this is the value area low from the Globex. Value area low from the last regular trading sessions up here. So I think I will call this a stream. Be happy with my $300 trade there, and not be greedy about it. Would like to get one more trade on. That'd be kind of nice to have. 460 or something. That'd be a help. Heard somebody. Well, we're going to sell off here, and ES is selling down. So there you go. Delta's not real hard, not real aggressively red there. This would be a spot where you might consider a resting order below the value area low or a short. But it's so close. Well, that answered that. They just brought down value area right down to where they are. So that's the end of that idea. How much for that grand plan? So they're definitely moving value and range lower on the NASDAQ. NASDAQ-arac, and we're into the third bracket. Bottom of the hour plus a minute. I thought they were going to take that back up for a little bit. That's kind of a contrarian trade, though. I'll tell you what, selling those pullbacks would have been a working deal, huh? Pull back, sell, pull back, sell, pull back, sell. I don't know. They might take it across now. I think it all kind of depends on what's happening with the ES. I really do think that's a leading indicator for the NASDAQ the majority of the time. Sometimes not, but quite often, if the NASDAQ starts falling out of bed, you can look over there and the ES has been hammered, getting hammered. Okay, traders, so I'm going to call this a stream. Remember, your goal as a trader is to be able to trade tomorrow. That means manage your risk, trade your plan. You get a lot further with base hits than you will trying to swing for the fence, that's for sure. And perfect example, you know, today. Should be 460, but it isn't. It's $300, but that's 3 trades. So, and it was relatively stress-free and no heat and no bad habits, no averaging down, none of that nonsense. So I'm going to be happy with that, and I'm happy that the trading is charting seems to be working fine. That's quite a great improvement. So have a wonderful day. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your trading. If you've got your money, keep it in your account. It's the end of the month. There's some talking feds and some other news related stories coming out there, so be aware. Trade safe, and speak to you tomorrow. Remember, hit the subscribe and the thumbs up. It'd be a huge help to me, just to get some more people around. That would be nice. Get some feedback, and have a great day.